Well, welcome back, Curios. Welcome to the book club. So, before we get into it, you guys know the drill. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. So, let's do our quick little recap so we can hurry up and get into this foolishness. So, at this point, guys, things are looking not so great for our girl Thalia. And let me tell you guys why. We got Chandel. She has been unalived. RP to her. Thalia showed up with some dirt on her sleeve, but we all really know it was blood. Okay, we know it was blood. Thalia can't explain where she was for like a whole hour. Like sis was just MIA. Okay. So we all know where she was. She can't tell us nothing. Then we found, remember, she found that bloody knife in her room. It was in her drawer. And remember, she didn't tell nobody, so she looking real guilty there too. And then, lastly, somebody sounded like Thalia then called Chandel's mama and confessed to unaliving Chandel. So I'm gonna give you guys a little job to do while I'm doing my job up here. Today, I want y'all to stop watching Thalia. Don't watch her today. We off babysitting her. Stop watching her for a minute. Don't even pay her any attention. I want y'all to keep an eye out for everyone around her. Okay. That's who we're gonna be looking at. All the other characters, okay? And these are the things I kind of want y'all to look out for, but y'all can add extra if you want. Who believes Thalia? Who is suspicious of Thalia? Okay. Who comforts her? And then who starts acting a little funny around her? Because sometimes people act a little funny when you're in trouble. And something tells me the way the Thrill Club and those around her treats her is going to tell us just as much about Thalia as what she says about herself. Okay, y'all ready for this? Let's get started. Let's get into this foolishness. Let's put Oreo Jr. over there and let's get this thing popping. Chapter 12. Monday at lunch, Thalia walked carefully through the cafeteria with her tray, searching for a place to sit. Why is everyone staring at me? She wondered. Can't they leave me alone? Girl, them people is trying to figure out if you call Chandel mama. Is it you or is it ain't? Is you is or is you ain't calling people mama, sis? Okay? Because, ma'am, okay. Police came a knock. Mara and Nessa were huddled together at the table near the window. Thalia sighed with relief when she spotted them. Finally, she thought, some familiar faces. People who aren't staring at me like I'm a freak from the circus. Thalia Blanton, the knife-wielding maniac. You said it, not us, sis. She didn't know how, but the rumor about the phone call to Miss Carter had spread throughout the whole school. I'm sure it did. Mara and Nessa leaned across their trays, talking in hushed voices. They fell silent as soon as they noticed Thalia, as though protecting a secret. Oh, girl, okay, wait. I want to know. I want to know what we're whispering about. We ain't got to tell Thalia. We ain't got to tell Thalia, y'all. But I want to know what y'all over there whispering about. Who else want to know what they was whispering about? Scott, you want to know? Sure. I want to know what they was talking about. Hi, Thalia said a little too loudly. You guys mind if I sit down? How's it going? Nessa said, making room at the table for Thalia. Thalia got settled. Mara and Nessa didn't resume their conversation. Wonder what they were talking about. So, asked Thalia, what were you talking about? Y'all think she really want to know what they was talking about? Homework, Mara replied quickly. Boy, said Nessa at the exact same minute. Thalia frowned. They were talking about me, she realized. Girl, duh. Everyone's talking about me. I'm the only topic of conversation in the entire school. When will I get my life back? Actually, Nessa confessed, we were wondering how you were doing. We've been hearing some pretty weird rumors. I I guess I'm okay, murmured Thalia, even though she known that people were watching her and whispering her name all day. Yeah, I'm sure, girl. What was she supposed to do? Stand up on the table and announce that she was innocent? That she hadn't unalived Chandel? I mean, okay, wait. Okay. I mean, this is an option, okay? Like, this is an option, and it might not be the worst one in the world. I mean, you might want to stand up on the table and profess your innocence. And let me just tell you something. I could totally see myself doing it. What about Scott? Would you stand up on the table and tell everybody you innocent if everybody was talking about you in high school?
Yeah, maybe. I
Totally
don't
do
know.
it. Nessa took a sip of her Coke. Thalia saw that her eyes were still puffy from crying. It's been a tough week for everyone, Nessa said softly. I miss Chandel so much. Thalia stared down at her plate. Her hamburger looked about as appetizing as her notebook. She hadn't eaten anything all day. Her desire for food had simply disappeared. I can't understand what's going on, she said. Her voice broke with emotion. I think someone's trying to make it look like I unalive Chandel. The police think so too. They don't think I did it. hmm No one thinks you unalived her, Nessa assured her. Okay, girl. I wish it was true, Thalia thought. But why were all the kids in the lunchroom staring at her? Yeah, girl, why they staring? And why had the police insisted on questioning her for an hour after her parents got home Saturday night? Mm. And I thought that the police thought you. I mean, you had said that the police said that you was innocent, ma'am. So I don't know. But never mind. Let me get back to this book. Thalia's attention was drawn back to the conversation. Whatever happens, we got to keep the Thrill Club together, Nessa said in a strong voice. We've got to go on living normal lives. I think that's what Chandel would want. A normal life? The phrase stuck in Thalia's mind. Will I ever have a normal life again? Can any of us? Will I sit in this cafeteria again and not feel like anyone studying me? Wondering if I cut my friend's throat, girl. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Thalia glanced up, suddenly aware of Mora's green eyes watching her closely. Uh-oh, girl. Mora hadn't said a word since Thalia sat down. She thinks I did it, Thalia realized. Mora really thinks I'm a monster. Girl, she has made that like very abundantly clear that she thinks that you did all of it, girl. She keep dropping hints and asking all kinds of questions, girl. She thinks you did it, okay? I'm surprised that you're surprised that she thinks you did it. Anyway, I can't stand it, she thought. I got to get out of here. She jumped up abruptly, leaving her food untouched on the table. You just gonna leave it for somebody else to clean up? Mora and Nessa stared at her in bewilderment. Oh my god, what's she getting at? I'll see you later, okay? Thalia said. The drone of lunchtime conversation seemed to stop dead at that moment. Okay, girl, it was like Beyonce saying, put the crowd on mute. Yes, everybody was just looking at her like, girl, what? The moment Thalia stood up. As she hurried towards the door, she had the feeling that every eye in the room was on her. Girl, you should strut out like you Beyonce. I would totally strut out. I've got to get out of here, Thalia thought desperately. Got to get out. I just want to pause for the cause real quick. Now do y'all see why I thought it was a better idea for her to just get up on the table and scream that she was innocent? Like, I feel like that was the better option than just running out like a lunatic and everybody just looking at you like, girl, what in the hell is wrong with her? But that's just me. That's just me. Okay, let me get going. Dahlia felt better the moment she escaped from the cafeteria. It was so stuffy in there, so much cooler and quieter here in the deserted hallway. I can breathe again. She almost wished that she could find an empty classroom, curl up in the corner, and sleep the day away. Then I could wake up and find out that this was all a bad dream, just a scary story. Chandel will laugh when she reads this. Like I was down for the sleep thing, but then when you started talking about the Chandel part, ew, it is. I don't. It's giving magical thinking. It's I don't know. I don't know. She chuckled warmly. Nice try, Thalia. She knew it was no dream. Chandel will never laugh at anything again. She passed the music room. The Shady Side High chorus was practicing. Thalia glanced through the window. The singers stood in three neat rows, holding sheet music in their hands. Their voices mingled in close harmony. The music was soothing somehow. Thalia began to feel a little better. Girl, she should do some horror therapy. Remember, she was doing some horror therapy. Maybe she should do that too. The sound of singing followed her down the hallway until she turned the corner, leading to the gym. Just as she was passing the boys' locker room, Rudy stepped out the door and into the hall. He stared at her in surprise. He wore blue biker shorts, ooh, and a sleeveless t-shirt. Okay, Rudy. Okay, with the little blue biker shorts on. Hey. And a leather weight lift belt wrapped tightly around his waist. Thalia, he said, I was just thinking about you. Mm. Thalia couldn't help smiling. Such a soothing voice. I can trust Rudy. He's one of the nicest people I know. What you mean by nice? Mm. Approaching footsteps echoed the corridor. Rudy glanced nervously down the empty hallway. He touched Thalia's arm. Let's go in the gym, he told her. We can talk. Rudy pushed the door open and Thalia followed him into the darkened gym. It felt strange to be standing alone in the dim, empty space with Rudy. Like we're hiding from the world, Thalia thought to herself. What's up? She asked. Rudy slyly lowered his eyes to the floor. I've heard the crazy rumors about you, Thalia, he said softly. I just want you to know. I don't believe them. Thanks, Rudy, she said, sighing. I think this has been the worst week of my life. Sometimes I think I'm going crazy. It'll just take time, he said softly. And listen, if there's anything I can do, his voice trailed off. Okay, girl, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Ooh. Oh, Rudy, Thalia thought, I could kiss you for this. She smiled at him in the darkness. Thank you, she whispered. Rudy's face flashed across, or I'm sorry, not Rudy, I'm sorry. Oh, I got way into Rudy. Seth's face flashed into her mind. Thalia felt angry at him for standing her up on Saturday and not calling her on Sunday. Oh, snap, sis. Girl, Seth done ghosted you, girl. You got ghosted, sis. Them tables then turned on you, child. Seth had let her down when she needed him the most. And here was Rudy, so kind and caring. Yes, caring. He really cares about me, she thought. The next thing she knew, her arms were around his neck and her lips pressed softly against his. Oh. Rudy's lips pressed back. Thalia closed her eyes, surrendering to the moment. Behind them, the gym door swung open with a creak. Someone gasped. Thalia and Rudy pulled away from each other, whirling towards the sound. I would whirl quick, but my neck hurt. Too late. The door had already swung shut. Who saw us? Thalia stammered. Okay. So, girl, that kind of doesn't matter right now. Like the question of who saw you, because I mean, girl, I have other concerns. Can we focus more on the fact that you seem to like to make out at weird times? Because I feel like there's always these weird times that we're just making out. I mean, didn't we just lose a friend? This is weird. But maybe it's hormones. What y'all think it's hormones? It's just a lot. Huh?
Life goes on.
Okay, I guess. Okay, YOLO, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's hormones. I don't know. But anyway, chapter 13. Chapter 13. Oh, and also one other thing. Stick a pin in what just happened with them kissing and making out and in inappropriate times, nonetheless. But making out and somebody seeing them, y'all stick a pin in that. Okay. Keep that, commit that to memory. Commit that to memory. Okay, look, chapter 13. Dahlia raced for the door. Rudy followed close behind. Out in the hall, she turned both directions. Uh-oh, girl, try to see who caught you. No one in sight. She heard footsteps vanishing around the corner. Oh, well, Rudy said. No sense chasing after him. Or her, Thalia added. In the light, Thalia could see that he was blushing. I'm sorry, she told him. I hope that wasn't Mara. She'll be finished, or she'll be furious. It might have been Seth, he reminded her. Then you'll be the one in trouble. I know, said Thalia. Things with Seth and me haven't been going that great as it is. Rudy didn't respond because he didn't care. Well, it doesn't say that, but I mean, what is he supposed to say? He don't give a damn. You over here making out with him, girl. He don't care. His hormones is jumping. He ran his fingers through his short brown hair and stared down the long, empty corridor. Thalia didn't know what had possessed her to kiss Rudy so impulsively. She really liked him, but only as a friend. Maybe it was a teacher, Rudy suggested, or someone who doesn't even know us. Maybe, Thalia agreed, wishing she could believe it was true. She felt guilty. If Seth had been treating her better, she would have never kissed Rudy. Like, girl. Thalia takes no accountability, and it just rubs me the wrong way. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. Oh well, Rudy shrugged. It was just one kiss. What's the big deal? Thursday morning, Thalia stared miserably at her waffles. The waffles stared back, floating in a sticky pool of syrup. Ew. Like, girl, you ain't want to just pour a little bit and then dunk the waffle in there? Ew. The most important meal of the day. Mom, she groaned. I really can't eat this morning. Honey, her mom's voice was soft but firm. You have to try. You hardly eaten anything for days. I know you're upset, but you really got to start eating again. Cause girl, you over here looking like you taking too much Ozempic. Some of this she didn't say. I just really got into the moment. Really got into it and I let it just roll. Okay. Anyway. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm just not hungry. Thalia knew she was being stubborn, but she couldn't help it. Her appetite had disappeared along with her normal life. For once, her mother didn't argue. Okay, she said, forcing a smile. Forget the waffles. Get your books. I'll drive you to school. Thalia was silent in the car, nervously smoothing the fabric on her dress. All week, she'd worn jeans to school. But that morning, she forced herself to dress up. She wore a tight blue tank dress with black high heeled sandals. If people were going to stare at her, she might as well give them something to stare at.
All right.
Period, sis. But you do know you going to high school, not the club, right? I mean, girl, it is high school, okay? You know.
It's ready to get down wherever
Yeah,
and whenever.
clearly. Maybe Rudy want to make out in the gym again. I don't know. Her mother hummed along with the song on the radio, sneaking glances at Thalia from the corner of her eye. At a red light, Miss Blanton turned to Thalia. Honey, she said, talk to me. Sometimes it helps. Thalia didn't know what to say. Both her parents had been wonderful over the past couple of weeks. So understanding and supportive. Aw. And of course, her mother's legal knowledge was a big help. Period, girl. It never hurts to have a lawyer around. It never hurts, ever. But Thalia didn't feel like having a heart to heart talk this morning. I can't take any more questions, she thought. Not even from my mother. I just want to be left alone. Everything's fine, Thalia said defensively. Thalia's mother nodded. And how's Seth? She asked. He hasn't been around for a week. He's been busy, Thalia explained. He's got a lot of chores at home. Mm-hmm. His mama said, girl. I see, said Mrs. Blanton. Well, why not invite him over for dinner tonight? Okay, Thalia said. We'll see what he says. That chance, she thought to herself. Seth has hardly said 2 words to me all week. They pulled into the shady high parking lot. Thalia stepped out of the car. A familiar feeling of dread came over her as she approached the school. I don't want to be here, she thought. I can't take another day of everyone staring at me. She took a deep breath and gathered her courage, forcing her shoulders back erect. She entered into the building, forcing a smile on her face. Be strong, she told herself. She shifted her backpack on her shoulder and walked slowly down the hall to her locker. Maybe I will invite Seth for dinner, she thought. We need to talk. After kissing Rudy in the gym, Thalia realized that Seth was still the one she wanted, even though she'd be blaming him for all her problems. Seth is my boyfriend, she told herself. Rudy is just my friend with benefits. I'm kidding. Seth and I have got to start talking again. I miss his smile. The way we used to talk for hours on the telephone. I miss holding hands at the movies. I miss him. Mm. Am I crazy or was she trying to break up with him before all the weird stuff started happening in her life? But I mean, remember she was just like, I got to get rid of this fool. I don't even like him like that. But now you want to be all up under him. That's how we do, sis. Okay, girl. She took her books out of the locker and decided to search for Seth to see if she can persuade him to accept her mother's invitation. Walking through the halls, she realized that only a couple of kids stared at her as she passed, period. The others went on their business, talking and laughing amongst themselves, hardly even noticing her. Wow, she thought with relief. Maybe things are getting back to normal. Maybe I'll be okay, period. Walking past the library, she heard a familiar laugh and turned towards the sound. She saw Nessa standing in front of her locker in a pair of skin tight jeans. Okay, girl. Laughing at something a tall, thin boy had told her. The boy had his back to Thalia. Nessa threw her head back, ha ha ha, and laughed again. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all.
Bless.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, let me keep going. Nessa threw her head back and laughed again, tossing her soft, dark hair. She ran her hand down the length of the boy's arm, ooh, letting her long fingers trail softly over his wrist. Okay, hey. Her laughter rang out in the hallway, a happy, bright sound. Nessa's such a flirt, Thalia thought with a smile. Last week it was a wrestler. The week before, that it was a guy from the junior college. And this week, as if responding to Thalia's unspoken question, the boy of the week turned around. Oh, I wonder if he gave like the blue steel look, like, boom.
Yeah.
Yes, honey. Thalia's mouth dropped open. He must have gave her blue steel. He gave her blue steel if she got her jaw hitting the floor. Her books fell right out of her hand. Seth. Oh, it wasn't blue steel. It was Seth. How could he? That's actually the next words. Yeah, how could he? And how could Nessa? I thought she was my friend. Okay, now hold up. We gonna pause. We gonna pause.
Okay.
Thalia, and I'm gonna talk to Thalia on this one because she's just being ridiculous at this point, and somebody needs to say it. Thalia, I'm sure Mara thought that before you stole Seth from her. I'm sure you don't think Mara thought that when Seth was her man and then you took him. There's an old saying. The way you got them is the way you lose them. Okay? Boom. Okay? Let me just, ooh, she got my blood boiling. Thalia picked up her books and walked as calmly as she could over to Nessa's locker. She put her hand on Seth's shoulder and looked Nessa straight in her eye. Oh, girl, you challenging her. What's up? She demanded, trying to sound casual. You two seem awful friendly. Seth blushed. Nessa's mouth dropped open in surprise. But Thalia, she finally stammered. You said it was okay. You told me last night you were breaking up with Seth. Me? Thalia gasped. I told you what? On the phone, Nessa insisted. You told me I should go out with Seth. You said it was okay. Did you suddenly forget, Thalia? We talked for nearly an hour. Thalia felt dizzy. She wondered if she was going to faint. Girl. Nessa, she managed to choke out. I didn't call you last night. We didn't talk on the phone. We didn't. Okay, Curio Book Club. Yeah. We need to talk about what just happened. Yeah, it's getting crazy. So let's do a little short recap of what didn't happen today. Rumors about Thalia are spreading. Okay, we got everybody just like, girl, did she call this one mama? What's going on? Mara still, because I don't think she ever was not, seems suspicious. And I'm going to say for good reason, from my perspective, good and for good reason. Rudy says he believes her. And I'm kind of side-eyeing them beliefs because, sir, you just over there trying to, make out. Okay. And I mean, Thalia and Rudy were kissing and got caught. Then we catch Seth with Nessa. And Nessa saying that Thalia called her and basically handed Seth over on a silver platter and was like, here, you can just have him. I don't want him no more. Like, let's just pass him around. Okay. And Thalia standing there like, I did what? What, girl? What? Like, this is just going all off the rails. Girl, we don't know what side of the street they driving on. It's just a mess. It's a mess. Okay. Do y'all think Thalia's okay? Because a lot of mismatched stories are going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if sis is okay. So, what I need to know from you guys, do y'all think Thalia is doing things she does not genuinely remember doing? Or do y'all think somebody is framing Thalia for crimes she didn't commit, like calling a mama up, the knife, the dirt on the sleeve that is really blood, all of that. Like, so what do y'all think? Because again, we got the knife, the confession call, and now we got Nessa. Scott.
Well,
we all want to know what you think is going on with Thalia. We've been waiting. What you got?
Well, I'm kind of on the fence.
You're on the fence.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's off the hook, but a lot of weird things going on. Seems like it could be someone setting her up for something or trying to make her think things are happening that aren't happening. Seems kind of suspicious.
Whatever the hell is going on with Thalia is getting all kinds of weird, and I don't know, y'all. But I do know that we definitely want to know what you guys out there are thinking. What are your theories, questions, or what did you guys notice that, we haven't pointed out yet? Okay, but with that, guys, we're going to bid you guys adieu. So, as always, guys, we enjoyed hanging out with you guys and reading all these fun tales. And hopefully, you guys enjoyed hanging out with us. If you could, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, check out some other live shorts videos and all that fun stuff. But with that, we're going to end this live. So guys, from wherever we are, even when we are in the gym making out at inappropriate times with not our boyfriend, to wherever you guys are, peace, love, and happiness. And we'll see you guys tomorrow because we still got makeup day. So y'all will see us every day this week. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye.